numbers. You know they're called suppression polls. They make you like feel badly. So you say to your wife or you say to your husband, darling, let's go out to dinner and then we'll come back. We love our president. But you know the polls say he can't win. Well, right now we're leading in almost everywhere. We're leading. Well, I'm soaking wet already. Suppression balls. Red wave. I'm soaking wet already. Suppression balls. Suppression balls. Biden even shows as his running mate the most liberal senator in America. Kamala. Senator Kamala Harris. Democrat. Kamala.
If you have a pre-existing condition, heart disease, diabetes, breast cancer, they're coming for you. If you love someone who has a pre-existing condition, they're coming for you. If you are under the age of...
Senator Kamala Harris.
I want to just, first of all, say I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
There is so much about what comes out of Donald Trump's mouth.
Don't be rude.
That is designed to distract the American people from what he is doing every day. That is about neglect, negligence, and harm.
You are fake news. Bing, bing, bing. Don't be rude. Don't be rude.
And in the midst of this public health pandemic, we have a Donald Trump. He knew the deal about COVID. He had been informed that it can kill people, that it is 5 times as likely to kill as the flu. He knew it was airborne. He knew it could harm children.
Kamala. Senator Kamala Harris.
If you have a pre-existing condition, heart disease, diabetes, breast cancer, they're coming for you. If you love someone who has a pre-existing condition, they're coming for you. If you are under the age of 26 on your parents' coverage, they're coming for you. If you love someone.
Senator Kamala Harris.
In the name of Jesus from South America, they're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here from Africa. Pika hata anda ata. I hear the sound of victory. Pika hata anda ata. I hear the sound of victory. I hear the sound of victory. I hear the sound of
Winning, winning, winning.
Pika hata anda ata.
Winning, winning, winning.
Pika hata anda ata. Oh, la bata randa ande eke eke ma.
Should I play this? This is one of the most vile callers we have. Take a listen to this. I have not pre-screened this, so let me just warn you. This may not be suitable for children.
Hey, little prickless. Now that your hero is there, are you going to sit there in your little kimono and wear your little hat and eat rice? Because it's going to be called no free speech, red Chinese communist speech. But you can't have pork because you might offend the Ayatollahs. After all, they're going to love this too. They're going to make a bomb, and I hope they drop it right on your freaking ass. But you can't have pork. But you can't have pork. But you can't have pork. I'd like to stick that microphone right up your ass. You can't have pork. 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 Rats. You guys are a bunch of lying, cheating bastards. If you didn't cheat, you wouldn't win.
This is highly triggered. This is an extremely triggered individual.
You're an asshole. Flap around like a freaking chicken. Flap around like a freaking chicken. But you can't have pork. 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 Flap your arms
Anyway, so this is a little peek behind the curtain.
A sound of victory.
A sound of victory.
I hear a sound of shouting and singing.
A sound of victory.
Right now. A sound of victory. A sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. Sound of victory. Ata ambo osa tata rite eke banda ata ata ambo osa tata rite eke banda ata. I hear a sound of victory, victory, victory. Victory. I hear a sound. And secrecies and demonic plans and networks, we break it up and we command that it be exposed right now in the name of Jesus. Strike and strike and strike and strike and strike and strike in the name of Jesus. Strike and strike until you have victory. For every enemy that is aligned against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory, God. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory.
All right. Welcome, everybody. We are standing by for Joe Biden holding a press conference in Europe after the first day of the NATO summit. And he is going to take questions, and everybody, even though he's going to do it, is going to say, oh, he's demented and he doesn't know anything, and, you know, all of this sort of stuff. So that's what we have lined up for us today. And in the meantime, we have many, many different things to go over. So I'm really glad that you're with me today. Where to even start? Let me mention this. If you're watching on Twitch today, we actually have our new intern, Kate, is in the chat. She's TDPS Kate. For all those people who never have any idea how to link their Amazon to Twitch and sign up, Kate can help you with that. So you can interpret her name two ways, TDPS Kate or TDP Skate. Anyway, one of those makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So if you need help signing up for Twitch Prime, then you can, and please don't harass Kate, guys. Please don't harass Kate. All right, very good. I don't even know where to start. Maybe I'll just jump in with something as we stand by, which is I got a voicemail about the entire, I don't know if you guys saw, ProPublica leaked the tax payments of some of the wealthiest people in the United States, and they came up with something called the true tax rate, which they are evaluating over the change in net worth, which includes unrealized gains. This may not be something anybody cares about, but I do. I am interested in this stuff. So let's just jump in and listen. Okay, here we go.
Hi, David. I wanted to talk about financial literacy in the U.S. So there was recently a ProPublica article. I don't know if you saw it. And basically they came up with their version of a true tax rate.
Right.
And I think it was emblematic of something that's a problem not only on the right, but also on the left. And there's just a complete lack of understanding on how basic tax rates or just anything to do with finance in general.
I'm with you so far.
In this country. And basically the true tax rate, they said, was that you had these billionaires like Bezos and Musk, and there were a couple others. I think Warren Buffett was one of them. And their true tax rate, as ProPublica said, was the amount they paid on income divided by the amount of wealth that they had gained.
Right. So
that's unrealized gains. And then also the amount of the amount of income that they had gained. So, for some of these guys who like their portfolios went up because they were big stakeholders in their companies, and
Sure.
like Musk is a great example, right? Tesla skyrocketed. Their true tax rate was extremely low. It was in the single digits. But when you actually looked at their income, it was like 25 or 30%. And we can debate a wealth tax or something like that, but I think there's a growing issue on the left of people who don't understand basic economics, and as well as on the right. I think it's the exact same thing on the right when people hear, oh, Biden or Obama wants to raise your taxes, and they don't understand original tax rates, and they don't understand when the tax increases would actually kick in for higher income earners. So I just wanted to hear you.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry. We already have to. I can't believe we have to ban someone already for harassing Kate, and it's someone who's been banned under about 10 different names already. It's unbelievable what's happening here.
Your opinion on financial literacy in general.
Okay, so listen, this person is going on for 3 minutes. The question's really simple. First of all, the true tax rate that ProPublica came up with, yes, it's based on something that is not how we tax people. We tax people on realized gains. If your stock portfolio doubles, if you don't sell the stock, you don't pay taxes. There's no we pay taxes on realized gains. Fine. Now, what is there an exception to that? There is. Property taxes. There is something called your assessed value of a property. If you own a property and you buy it and it's worth $400,000, you are, and it's assessed at $400,000. You pay yearly property taxes on $400,000. If the value of the property goes up to $500,000 and the city reassesses it at $500,000, you immediately are paying more in taxes, even though you have not realized those gains. You've not sold it for $500,000. It's just been evaluated as being worth more in the market, and you pay more in taxes. That is with real estate. We don't have something like that for stocks and bonds. If people want that, then you've got to lobby for it. So I think that the ProPublica article was interesting, not because Warren Buffett's not doing anything wrong by not paying taxes on unrealized stock market gains. That's the way the system is designed. The illumination that we should have, as if we didn't know it, right, is the system favors those earning money from assets rather than earning money from labor. When you work and get paid, those are realized gains. You took your labor and you sold it and you got the money and now you pay taxes. When my Tesla stock doubled, tripled, quadrupled, whatever, I didn't pay any taxes on it until I panic sold half of it when Elon Musk smoked pot with Joe Rogan because I thought it was going to go downhill from there. When I then sold half of the stock, I paid taxes because I realized the gains. That's just the way things work. Okay. So if you want to change that, you have to change that reality. And there is misunderstanding about it. The true tax rate, as described by ProPublica, isn't a real thing. There is no such thing. It's just you pay taxes on wages and on realized gains, etc. Fine. So that's that. We've gotten that out of the way. Next, I want to say a really big thank you to Anonymous, who just signed up at joinpacman.com with the coupon code BETTER21 and is new member number 1 today. I also want to thank Paco Taco for the Twitch sub. Ericus Prime just signed up on Twitch. Dheart Attack just signed up. Trisha Northstar just signed up. That's 4 Twitch subs. We do have Kate the intern in Twitch chat today. If you need help signing up for Twitch Prime with your Amazon Prime account, you can ping TDPS Kate. She will help you figure it out. It's really not that tough, but we noticed that a lot of people struggle with it, and that's fine. We want to help. We are here to help, folks. We are here to help. All right, let's see here. S says, am I going on Rogan anytime soon via Super Chat? Nothing planned. For all I know, Rogan may be furious with me because I did the clip about the stuff he said about vaccines. I don't know. I haven't talked to Joe since I did that clip. In the clip, I said I'm not calling out Rogan in the sense that, I would just have this as a conversation with him if I were ever to be back on. Hopefully he, but I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea if he will ever have me back on. He may consider the bridge burned because of the segment I did or not. And that would be that. Okay. What is our Discord? davidpakman.com/Discord. That is the Discord. Also, by the way, we are now getting very, very close to our first 5,000 subscribers on the new YouTube channel, which is clips from the streams. You can find it at davidpakman.com/Pakman Live. If you sub during the stream, you will actually show up right here. Let's see what's on the channel. You can tell it's like the whimsical channel because my hair looks insane. That's the signal. That's how you know. What is the top performing clip so far? I mean, it's a small channel still. Looks like it's this one. 3,100 views. Let's check it out. First 4,300 are in right now. Here we go. Into that.
Hi, David. Were you able to get Noam Chomsky to purchase some sheath underpants?
The topic of sheath underpants didn't come up with Noam Chomsky, I have to admit. Oh, I think this is the get off my stream clip.
Went to in Vermont. It was like for Jewish people or something.
She went to a school. Hold on a second. She went to a school in Vermont that was for Jewish people or something, but she said in the other voicemail, she's never seen someone being Jewish. That's not making a lot of sense to me.
And I'm not Jewish, and they didn't
I guessed, yeah.
teach me anything about Judaism. I learned like a little bit about science and stuff, but it was mainly about poetry and stuff like that.
Wow, Jewish school taught mostly poetry. That's interesting. Get off my stream. All right. Okay, so that's the top performing clip right now on the new channel. And 20 people just dropped in subscriptions on that new YouTube channel. So we're building it up. It's just a new thing. We're trying it out. We've got a new thumbnail format that's coming out soon. Oh, by the way, I would actually love your help with this. Let me see if I can find it. We are about to, hold on, thumbnails. I don't even know if I can do this quickly. Download attachments. Yeah, check this out. We are going to have a slightly different thumbnail format for the new channel. And I think people are going to love this. I would love to get your thoughts on what the right colors are. Oh, geez, this is actually more complex than I expected. So the idea is that in your feed, if you're subscribed to both channels, you'll easily be able to figure out whether it's the live channel, which uses blue. Check this out. Here's what we've got cooking. I'm actually really pleased with this. Hold on a second. Here we go. Check this out. So the idea is the new channel will have a slightly different format thumbnail, which will be a different ancillary color. And instead of saying TDPS in the upper right, it will say Pack Live. You understand, right? So this is amber. This is green. This is orange. This is red. This is sea foam. This is yellow. Okay? So I don't know, maybe at some point we would do a vote of some kind or something like that. But the idea is to just have thumbnails that stand out so people will know it's the second channel. Let's go back to the beginning. So we have amber looks yellow hilariously, and yellow looks yellow. But this is a slightly different color. So this is amber. This is green. This is orange, red, sea foam, and yellow. I think these are pretty slick, guys. I think these are pretty slick. I'm not going to lie. So that's something that we have cooking for the new YouTube channel, and lots of other very, very exciting things planned. It is still early on. It is a nascent channel. You can find it at davidpakman.com/Pakman Live. And very, very exciting stuff. Okay. Let's see. I do have unban requests to adjudicate. Let me see here. Or let me grab my gavel. When you get banned on Twitch, you can ask to be unbanned, and a couple of people have done that. The first one is a user named Raider Dog, who came up and said, "Why is Biden's like-dislike ratio so bad on every video about him on YouTube? Didn't he get 82 million votes?" Very stupid comment, but not ban-worthy. Why does he only get 100 likes at the most in videos featuring him? Biden doesn't know where he is. Then they were banned. And their unban request is, "Ha ha ha, unban me, you Nazi liberals." That is a permaban, my friends. There it is. This same user, Labontech, who's been banned under about 10 different names so far, made a new username today and showed up and said, "I love you, David. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. TPSK'd, I need help signing up for gaming. I need help signing up for gaming. TDPSK, fuck you." They were banned, and that is just a permaban. It is just like, it's like whack-a-mole. It's crazy with this guy. All right. What else do we have going? Okay, so we've done those. Very good. Oh, people wanted me to look at the Kayleigh McEnany clip where she says she doesn't lie. Actually, I have that available here. In fact, Kate shared that with me. Let me pull it up. Actually, I could just find it on Twitter. Let's see. McEnany never lied. Maybe I'll find it that way. Kayleigh, I never lied. Wait, what? It was like on The View or something, right? Okay, no, let me find it. Hold on. Lives. I've got my various folders here. Kayleigh McEnany. Here it is. Copy. Okay, this should be really good. Okay, Kayleigh McEnany claims I never lied as Trump's White House press secretary cites belief in God. Okay. Oh, no, this is the original old clip. Former White House press secretary Kayleigh McEnany proclaimed Sunday that her faith in God prevented her from ever telling a single lie. How convenient. She spoke to attendees of the conservative group Turning Point USA's Young Women's Leadership Summit on Sunday, reiterating her claims that she never lied once as Trump's press secretary. McEnany, who was the Trump administration spokesperson from April 20 to January 2021, recalled a May 2020 press conference question in which a journalist asked her, "Will you pledge never to lie to us?" She responded, "I will never lie to you." She repeated the claim and said she can't lie because she's Christian. Okay, let's see. Whoops, looks like we're muted. Hold on. Unmute.
You ever lie to us? And I said without hesitation, no, and I never did. As a woman of faith, as a mother of baby Blake, as a person who meticulously prepared at some of the world's hardest institutions, I never lied. I sourced my information, but that will never stop the press from calling you a liar.
Well, also, the fact that she lied persistently is another reason she was called a liar.
Which is why my dad said, "Kayleigh, you've got to come up with a motto for your press shop." And I did. And our motto was this: offense only. Because...
Very powerful. Very, very strong motto there. She's lying about not lying. Exactly.
Because I knew...
It's almost like that conundrum. This sentence is false, right? You guys know that one?
What we were up against. Republicans always get the bad headlines, always get the false stories, always get the lies if I can use that word, told by the press. There is one standard for Democrats and another for Republicans. And we must be on offense, confident, bold, and willing to call it out. We cannot be silent.
Yeah, she's disgusting, and she's desperate to remain relevant, quite frankly. That's what's going on here. That's all that's going on here. Let's look at some super chats. The family says, do you think anything will come of these DOJ Apple metadata scandals? All past AGs deny knowledge of anything. My first story on today's show, today's podcast, is about that. So I don't want to preempt myself. GT says, I just watched the Mike Pillow rally stream and am disgusted by the sheriff's unhinged comments. Yeah, the sheriff was nuts. Trump also spoke at the thing. Did you guys notice Trump's eyes were almost completely swollen shut during this thing? Like, look at this. Hold on. Why are Trump's eyes almost completely swollen shut? And then he had technical difficulties, which was really the only good moment from this thing.
Having a hard time with the contractors. I know contractors better than anyone. They're very brilliant. They may not read or write in some cases, but you know what? They're smarter than the rest. They're smarter. So I just want to thank everybody.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. I just don't get the swollen eyes. The right eye seems completely closed. I don't know. Really strange, but that was a wacky event. And then let's look up a clip or two. Whoa, hold on a second. Sheriff Clark. See if we can find some videos there. This was before. Let's see actual Sheriff Clark videos. Here he is.
Or national level should attach their name to this bill or be in favor of it. In Congress, it has been named the George Floyd Police Reform Act. Now, I don't know about you, but I am tired of hearing about George Floyd.
All right, let's see what else he had to say. Well, that's a weird video. Are there any other clips from the MAGA Frank rally? Might have to find a YouTube video to get the whole thing. Here's an interview with him from before.
Fake news, mainstream media, it's our education system. All of that, on top of what we saw with COVID and the lockdowns and attacking our elections and all of that, how the heck do we take where we're at now and get our country back?
Well, we need to sift through the ruin, first of all, and take a look at how they did it so that they can't repeat those same tactics again.
Strong sheriff.
They saw that worked. I mean, think about it. They got 350 million Americans to wear face coverings. You couldn't get...
No, you didn't. First of all, there's 331. 40% of them never wore a mask. This guy needs it's just simple arithmetic.
350 million Americans to do anything. And they were able to do that through fear and intimidation. So we have to stop being afraid. You have to recall that the beginning of this country started violently through the American Revolution. All right, and all throughout our history, we've had to have periods of violence. That's what war is. War is violence.
So here he's alluding to we might need to do violence again. Just casual calling to violence of the people that follow this guy.
We had 2 world wars. You had the Civil War to free the slaves. Bloody 500,000, 600,000 Americans lost their lives, sometimes brother against brother, family against family in the Civil War. You look at the war to stop the spread of communism in Southeast Asia. That's what the Vietnam War was about. And you can go on through, the wars in the Middle East. It was all about defending freedom. So somebody, and a lot of somebodies lost their lives.
The war in Iraq after 9/11 happened, which Iraq had nothing to do with, was about defending freedom. That's weird.
Fighting for this country. It's not enough to just talk. It's not enough to just bitch and complain. People are going to have to realize that they're going to have to take an active role.
Yep. So these are calls to violence. They're coded sometimes more coded, sometimes less coded, but they are indeed calls to violence. So that's this is nutty stuff. Really, really nutty stuff. I want to say thank you to Tiny Aim for subscribing via Twitch Prime. Also, thank you to Grungy Dan for the subscription. Thanks to Billy Carpenter and Lee MW. La Grande Pizza has also signed up. 10 folks signing up via Twitch. Today we do have a helper in the Twitch chat. Our new intern, Kate, is there. TDPS Kate, if you need help. If you have Amazon Prime, you can sign up for Twitch Prime for free. You're taking money from Bezos's pocket, but you've got to know how to do it. It's really easy. And TDPS Kate is in the chat and can help you out. A few other super chats coming in. Race the Turtle says, David, here's $10. Please never play any McEnany audio for us ever again. She's intolerable. Fair. Cunny says, what's the girth of your biceps? Looking swole lately. Yeah, 35 inches, I think. About 35. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, let me see if I can get to... I have some of these. Let me see how I can do this. This is going to be tough to do. So one of the contests we're running right now are it's a contest for like the new intro video for our new channel clips. And this is for the Pac-Man Live channel, of course. And we've gotten a bunch of interesting submissions. Let me see if I can just play some for you. Hold on. So, yeah, okay, good. Here's one possibility. Anybody can design these. We've started getting these in. Let's see. I need to frame them all correctly. Yikes. This is really tough to do. Ah, there we go. All right, here's one possible introduction for the live channel YouTube clips. All right, take a look at this. Right, it's just a 3-second. Let's play it again. That's not bad, okay? That's a pretty good one. Let me play another one for you. I really should have had these prepared in a better way. I'm sorry that I don't. Here, let's look at another one here. That's it. That's the whole thing. Okay. That one's not quite as good. Let's see. Intro submission. I've not pre-screened all of these, so we're all seeing some of these for the first time. That's not bad. Okay, let's look at it once more. Not bad. That's not bad, right? It's branded from the standpoint of audio. Let's look at another one. Okay. All right, not bad. It's a more professional approach. No audio element, which is fine, but that's not bad. Let's look at another one. Huh. That one appears to be some kind of invalid file. Then they sent another one. Let's see. Yeah, this one just doesn't even work. Weird. All right, and let me see if I've got any others. Here's one more. This is, I think this is a little too similar to, also this font is not one of our fonts. Okay, so far I think the first one might be the best one. Let me see if I have any others. No, that's all I've got so far. Yeah, I do think the best one right now is... Where was it? I think it's this one, right? That's the best one. I think it's pretty clear so far. You can still get yours in. Ideally, upload them to YouTube and send me the YouTube link, and then we will have like an official contest at some point. Okay? So very, very good. All right. Other super chats coming in. Do you agree with AOC that morally billionaires shouldn't exist or wealth should be capped. Morally billionaires shouldn't exist. No, that not really. I mean, there should be very few billionaires and they should be heavily taxed, and the wealthier you get, the more you should be sort of recommitting back to society. But billionaires shouldn't exist. I don't know. I'd have to be convinced of that. See, there's so many things that we can do to just improve circumstances that going on a wild goose chase of make billionaires illegal. It's like, okay, guys, there's so much more that we can do that we could actually accomplish rather than figuring out a way to ban billionaires, that it's hard for me to seriously engage with it because we're so many layers removed from that even being a serious discussion. Yeah. Christopher Like says, lots of uh-huhs at the rally. Yeah, I know. I saw it. Will the Democrats be able to pass voting reform before 2022? Worried about all these goofy voting suppression laws in red states. I am worried that Democrats will not be able to pass voting reform. Aaron Cooper says, I wanted to get your opinion of Trump's claims on hydroxychloroquine that he was correct all along. I've seen no evidence of that whatsoever. Daddy Longneck says, you take a lot of Instagram selfies, bro. Narcissism much? Oof. That is a sick burn. I don't know how I'm ever going to recover from that. In fact, I should delete my Instagram because that is, I think that could be disastrous to the show. Oh my God. I should even get it off screen. I don't want people to see that. And then the show might end up canceled. Okay. I'm going to cover up that super chat, guys, because it's so devastating to everything I'm doing. Please never send a super chat like that again. Okay. Definitely not for $2. It's just absolutely terrible. Okay. Somebody did something pretty funny. This is an edit of a phone call I took last week. I think this is edited to be Cardi B calling in, although I don't really know. This is the edit that was done. I like this.
I'm poor as hell. I was living with my ex-boyfriend that was beating my ass. I had to drop out of school. I was like, living with his mama, 2 pit bulls, in a bedroom. How's I gonna leave if I only made $200 every week? Ain't no way.
It's bleak. I'm not gonna lie. But listen, we still have memes, right? We at least have that.
No.
Was that an insensitive reaction to Cardi from me? I mean, she told me this horrible story, and then I just say, at least there's memetics.
Poor as hell. I was living with my ex-boyfriend that was beating my ass. I had to drop out of school. I was like, living with his mama, 2 pit bulls, in a bedroom. How's I gonna leave if I only made $200 every week?
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
It's bleak. I'm not gonna lie. But listen, we still have memes, right? We at least have that.
No.
So there it is. Cardi B calling into the show. Nicely done. By the way, has the press conference been rescheduled? Because it was supposed to be 5 minutes ago, and Washington Post says it's not for another 40. Does anybody know for sure? Let's see if I can find this out. Biden press conference, June 14. 39 minutes would be 1:35 p.m. What a weird time. 1 hour ago. I can't even tell. Yeah, I don't know. But we'll keep an eye on. I mean, it's no big deal. We have plenty to do. I'll just keep the volume up here so we hear it. Okay. Yeah, no, I would be open to opening the phone lines if people want, but we're going to have to make some headway here, my friends. We do have a coupon code, MikePillow50. It's a leftover coupon code from the Mike Pillow rally. You can use that to sign up at joinpacman.com, MikePillow50. And my prediction is that with that code, this is just going to skyrocket. I also want to thank people who signed up on Twitch, including Tuckle. Yeah, Tuckle. Oh, Tuckle gifted a subscription to our intern, TDPS Kate. That's nice. And then Rocket9 also signing up, putting us at 12. If you need help figuring out how to sign up via Twitch Prime, TDPS Kate in the Twitch chat can help you out. Okay, other super chats. Did you see McConnell's comments today? Yes, that he would block a Supreme Court nomination in 2024. Guys, of course he would. There's not what's the surprise? It's McConnell. Of course he would. Woodix says, what do you think of the nightmare scenario where Trump is speaker and with a GOP-controlled House and Senate, he systematically impeaches until he is the successor? Not going to happen, my friends. Cabana Boy says, I heard you were a prolific dater in college, Tiger. What do you care, my friend? What do you care? Denver McCarthy says, now is a good time to take a short break. Cut to an ad for home driveway theft insurance. Yeah, listen, sometimes people's driveways are stolen. Please call Driveway Insurance Mutual of Omaha. They will make sure that that doesn't happen. Can anybody help me find that Rudy ad where it's like an ad for an insurance for a situation that would never happen? Rudy insurance sponsor. Let me see if I can find this. It's unbelievable. Oh, Rudy. It's like a title theft thing. Does anybody know where I can find that? Actually, I guess I could go to Rudy Giuliani YouTube. I sort of remember. Oh, is Rudy suspended? I think he is. What's the name of his show? Man, it's so hard to find anything. The show was Common Sense or God, I just don't even have, I have no memory of what it was. Rudy having, yeah. Rudy's Common Sense. Rudy Giuliani's Common Sense. Oh, here it is. Hold on. It was one about, I think, abortion or something. Rudy's Common Sense. I don't even know what the website is for. What's his own website? This is just crazy. 2021 podcasts. Wasn't school choice. He interviewed a random person about living with a communist. Oh, here it is. Okay, hold on. We're getting to it. We're getting to it. You have to check out this ad that Rudy does. It's a problem nobody would ever have. Let me see.
That will not criticize China?
No, this isn't it. Where did he get to this ad? It's just stunning. Fight socialism. Okay, hold on. Here it is.
Help build My Pillow into the
Oh, no, this is the My Pillow ad. Hold on. Crap, where is that? It might have been earlier, right? It might have been like up here. No, this is the silver ad. Okay. Oh, here it is.
Go to home title lock.
Here it is.
And register why you need ad man.
Check this out. This is an amazing ad because it's
take a short break.
It's something nobody needs.
Your credit card company found suspicious charges on your card. That's simple identity theft. It's annoying, but they cover it. The type of fraud you really need to worry about is home title theft.
I have never heard of this happening to anyone. I've literally never heard of that happening to anyone. I know 5 real estate lawyers. They've never mentioned that it's ever something they've heard of happening.
A devastating crime that takes you off your home's title. And
it takes you off your home's title.
You're not covered by insurance or most identity theft programs. That's why you need home title lock.
Right.
Here's how easy it is for cyber criminals to get you. The title documents to our homes are kept.
Does it really require coding to steal a title? Like, it seems the type of thing you would do by going to the registry, not like, I don't know why the guy is writing code in order to steal a title.
Online. The thief forges your signature on a quitclaim deed stating you just sold your home.
Right, like why do you need to code to forge a signature?
And he's the new owner. Then he borrows money using your home's equity and leaves you in debt. You won't know until late payment or eviction notices arrive. The instant home title lock detects someone tampering with your home, they help shut it down. Let's get you protected. Go to home title lock.
So anyway, the scam is that I don't think that would ever happen. I wasn't able to find anybody who's even aware of that ever having happened. It's very, very strange. Okay. I told my friend I own a MyPillow and I love it. He laughed and said the pillows aren't the problem. I agree. A guy named Bald Balls is asking a really stupid question. Lee Douglas says, went inside original Air Force One at Museum of Flight. Thoughts on Air Force One? No, I don't have, I don't know anything about it. Also, a new Air Force One in 2024. What would you put in your own private jet plane? I would get title lock insurance for it because somebody could steal the title to my plane. And then all of a sudden I'd be completely screwed. Okay. All right. So that is that. Let's now get to, this is something I'm going to be covering on today's show. Here is a supposedly registered nurse who says that vaccine trials for COVID have been like Nazi experiments done on Jews in concentration camps. Take a look.
We're not going to say this is nearly as big as the Holocaust was, but at the beginning, the way they did make people have trials and injections, medications, procedures against their will, this is pretty much what they're doing right now. They're forcing people to take a shot when
nobody's being forced to take a shot.
They don't want to, and they're not giving the proper informed consent. Like,
this is called giga yikes.
Nobody is being told the risk factors before getting this injection.
Untrue. I got like a 3-page pamphlet and they checked my medical history and on and on and on and on. Is there anything here that is true that this woman is saying?
Okay, so I just want to be clear though. I mean, you do realize that there is no comparison here to the Holocaust, right? I mean, the Nazi doctors held medical experiments on people and some died, it was painful, it was awful. How could you even compare it to that?
Right.
I didn't compare it to the Holocaust.
Well, you did.
But I did compare it to the beginnings of it, which is the Nuremberg trials.
So this is so funny. The Nuremberg trials happened after the Holocaust from 1945 to 1946. Now, someone sent me a funny tweet about this. It almost sounds like she thinks the Nuremberg trials were medical trials that happened. Like, it's almost like she thinks the Nuremberg trials were the experiments done on Jews, like exposing them to cold temperatures and all of this stuff, because the Nuremberg trials themselves happened after the Holocaust. So and she's talking about medical trials and tests, do you guys think she means that by Nuremberg trials, she means that they were medical trials? It's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. What a disgusting person. Yeah, she seems to think that. Very, very strange stuff. So that's that. They were tribunals, exactly. They were essentially tribunals. All right. All That Sudafed had Trump looking like Gothmog from Lord of the Rings. I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I mean, I saw 10 minutes and I had to check out. I noped right out of there, so I don't know what that is. Trump would try and use title lock to steal back the White House. That's the brilliant Bay photo. The only person I can imagine trying to steal title is Trump himself to get himself back in the White House. Beautifully done. Jacob Ratner says, sir, after Trump refusing a peaceful transition of power and January 6th, have we crossed a Rubicon with political violence in the United States? Is there a risk of sectarian violence in the future? I believe that the answer is yes. And when I say it, some people say I'm being hyperbolic. I don't believe it is hyperbolic. I believe that it is a very real risk. Serge says, David, I got Pfizer. What did you get? I got Moderna. It's all the same, guys. It's all the same. It really is. Everybody likes to have a hot take about the difference between one and the other. It's really all the same. Do you guys want me to do voicemails or a revisit of my old interview with Milo Yiannopoulos? Which would people prefer? The Milo interview or voicemails? A lot of people calling for Milo. All right. Or it seems like it's overwhelmingly people going for Milo. Okay, so let's do this. Let's check out the Milo interview a little bit. we have some time before Biden comes on. So if we fill this, if we get to 50 website members, I will open up phone lines if we have time before Biden. Just sign up at joinpacman.com. There's 2 coupon codes that I would be careful about, but they work. Felony 21 and Mike Pillow 50. You can pick whichever one you want. Felony 21 or Mike Pillow 50. And of course you can sign up via Twitch, but let's get right into it. This was my interview with Milo Yiannopoulos. As I told on the show last week, I exchanged some emails with Milo. Milo has come out as heterosexual now. And I invited him on the show to talk about it, and he said no. So all we can do is go back to my old interview.
I'm joined today by Milo Yiannopoulos, who is an associate editor at Breitbart. The reason that Milo is here is to follow up on what I guess yesterday marked the start of our coverage of Gamergate, and to quickly get people up to speed as to where we are now, at least from the purposes of our show. Gamergate is this online movement, for lack of a better term. There are those who believe that Gamergate is a kind of a consumer movement against what some see as fraud, nepotism, cronyism.
By the way, Gamergate, the stupidest. Okay, anyway.
Within the video game industry, there are others who see Gamergate as a misogynistic and sometimes even racist or xenophobic movement designed to keep whether it's women or minorities or other groups out of the video game world. Yesterday, I interviewed Brianna Wu, who is a video game developer. She made a very specific allegation about an interview with Milo that did not happen, and Milo is here to address that. So Milo, let's start at the beginning. How did you first get involved with Gamergate?
Well, I wasn't previously a gamer. In fact, I'd said some relatively disobliging things about gamers in the past, but I kind of got sucked into this issue because I saw, if you like, a marginalized community, the gaming community, being accused of some things that had obviously...
Extremely marginalized community. You know, when they came for the Jews and I said nothing, then they went for the Romani. When they went for the Romani and I said nothing, then they came for the African Americans. And then eventually they went for the gamers.
He had not done. And having its art form, having its hobby trashed by people who were obviously in it for ulterior motives. And it sort of, I guess it raised my journalistic hackles, if you like. As I sort of saw this injustice, if you want to put it like that, going on, and thought, I'll take a look into this. And as time has gone by, I've become, I guess, the sort of default reporter for all of this.
Okay, and is your position that you are a pro or anti on this issue, or do you see yourself? I know that you wrote in the blog post about your interview with Brianna Wu, which didn't happen. You wrote, "I am a reporter and not a member of the movement." And thus,
imagine having cared about this, you know, and it's like,
I am well placed to bridge the divide between the pro and the anti side. Do you still stand by that that's your position within Gamergate?
Absolutely, and I think it's perfectly fair. And you can see that not only from the interactions that I have on both sides with people, but also people have been doing these incredible maps of the Gamergate universe. They do this great number crunching and data analysis of the tweets, and you'll see that there are people who are able to speak to both sides of this debate, slap bang in the middle of this great sort of connections map. People like Christina Hoff Sommers from the American Enterprise Institute and me are right in the middle, geographically speaking, of both groups.
It's all so, like, it's really mostly about Gamergate, which is so bad for us. Let's skip to the end because I think I just, in a desperate move to try to make it remotely interesting, I asked him about trans issues. I think that happened. Let's see.
Places that she uses. Yes, absolutely. I'm saying that.
Okay, because it didn't read, to me, in my opinion, is it didn't read like a satire piece. Last thing I want to say about this. You mentioned transsexualism being a mental disorder. The fact that there is something called gender identity disorder, which is diagnosed, so to speak, in some individuals who feel that their physical gender does not match the gender they feel they are, that's different than saying this is equivalent to psychopathy, for example.
By the way, give me a break, guys, on the terminology I'm using. This was 7 years ago. Obviously, now I have much more sophisticated language for discussing trans issues.
I think that you're treading on dangerous ground. We may just disagree on this, right?
Yeah, no, the sorts of diseases that it's closer to are things like, there are patients at Johns Hopkins, which is the university hospital that pioneered transition surgery. They have a a ward which deals with a lot of these sort of related conditions. There are patients who believe that their arms don't belong to them. They wake up one day and they think their arm is no longer part of their own body. There are patients who believe that they are dead, that they wake up and they're clinically dead. The basis of my argument is that what we don't do is warp reality to conform to those delusions. With those kinds of disorders, we give people therapy and drugs to help them reconcile reality with their minds. That's a very commonly accepted treatment path for those sorts of disorder. My contention is that transgenderism falls into that category of disorder.
Okay, and to be clear, this is just an assertion that you're making.
Well, it's based on reading the science. It's based on reading the science from Johns Hopkins, which is the first university to really pioneer transition surgery, which no longer performs that surgery because it has a sufficient body of patients to know that most of these people very tragically kill themselves with or without the surgery. And there's some reason to suppose that people who have the surgery are even more likely to kill themselves. It's a treatment plan that doesn't work. And it's something that's become a holy cow because transgender people have been bracketed in with gays and lesbians as part of the sort of LGBT civil rights bloc.
You know, what's interesting about this is there is a lot of anti-trans in the gay community. Now, I know Milo, I guess, isn't gay anymore, but he was at the time. Okay.
So we now wrongly consider transgenderism to be just the next civil rights frontier. I don't believe it has anything in common with gays and lesbians whatsoever. I understand that some people will find that offensive.
Well, in the same way that many people would find it, there's many people who disagree that the issue of gay and lesbian rights has anything at all to do with the struggle for African-American rights in this country, and there are people who disagree. So people are on a spectrum on this, no question about it.
I have sympathy with that view too. I don't think those people are entirely wrong. I think it's a debate that we ought to have, but that for various reasons we're not really allowed to.
All right, so listen, Milo, we're totally out of time.
Yeah, so anyway, that was that. Now, if you want to see now, he's no longer gay, I guess, and he's been doing these interviews with True News. Man, I don't even know if I want to get into this, but it's pretty freaking nuts. Here's one that he does with this guy.
And we waited. Yeah. We waited for the hit piece.
Yes.
And we waited.
Let me guess. Can I take a guess?
Yes.
Never appeared.
It never appeared.
Never appeared.
And I asked him several times.
Yep.
I emailed him.
Where's your hit piece?
Yeah, where's the hit piece? And he told me the editors wouldn't print it.
This is now, I guess, ex-gay Milo. I don't know.
And what do you think happened, Milo?
I know exactly what happened because I've been through this myself so many times. When somebody spends time around you, around your family, around your team.
Now he's being introduced as a Christian. Do you see that? Best-selling author and Christian.
Around your company.
As if that's a credential.
As I'm sure, well, as I know has been the case with me too, it's not so difficult really to charm people who are essentially fairly simple and charmless journalists. And they find themselves sort of taken with you.
What, by the way, yeah, what awards? You know, I jokingly say, hey, you know, you should really get a membership because you get access to the award-winning bonus show. And I admit they're all awards I give out. Like the value of an award I give my own show is minimal. What awards has Milo gotten? It's wild.
When I've had journalists embedded with me for 2 or 3 days, by the end of it, they've been making passes at me. And
they just can't resist them.
To your publication and say, well, actually, I kind of want to write a bit more of a nuanced piece. He's not quite this, he's not quite that. The editor will turn around and say, never mind. I hired somebody once upon a time.
All right, anyway. So let me see if I can find the clip where he does his, let's see, Milo True News. He's doing this whole thing. Okay, yeah, no, that's not the one I wanted to show. There's one where, like, his appearance is just bizarre. I guess it is on this show. Let's check it out.
Yours was Christianity Month?
Yes.
It's not quite catchy enough, is it?
Of course it is.
I like Jihad June.
Man, what is this about? And then I guess he was interviewed by someone named Baked Alaska.
By the FBI because you did, let's be honest, tiptoe.
Oh, no. Baked Alaska's interviewed by Milo. I don't know. What is this?
On a sightseeing mission. You went for a little museum.
Also, is Milo's audio doubled? I feel like I'm hearing his audio doubled. Like there's a big tech issue.
Museum trip on January the 6th. Yes, you did. But the thing that made me really want to talk to you today was you told me by text the other day that in writing the FBI is coming for you over a tweet. Can you just talk us through?
Wasn't this guy in the Capitol riots? I don't even want to put this on. I just can't even put this. It's too much. It's too disgusting. I can't do it. Sorry guys. We're not going to do it. Okay. Some other super chats coming in. Would you support a law that requires news stations to contain more than 25% opinion versus actual reporting? No, I don't even know that I understand that. I don't think I would support that. If I understand it correctly, I don't think I would support that. Okay, as we stand by for Joseph R. Biden Jr., let's get to some voicemails. There are a lot of voicemails to get to. Let me just get to where my new voicemails start. Okay, here we go. Let's see. We're going to skip this one. This is like, normal voicemails. Here we go.
Hey, David. I have a friend who thinks that colonoscopies are bad and
it's already getting crazy.
And that mainstream doctors are not good for society because he thinks that you have to go back multiple times. He's that sort of person who thinks that alternative medicine is the solution. And I have the feeling that he's not thinking critically. And also he's the type of person, or actually he is, physically disabled and thinks that what has happened to him in the past is because of mainstream doctors. So he has the inclination that alternative medicine is the solution. What would you say to people who are, I guess, not thinking critically and automatically assume the worst when it comes to...
I mean, listen, it's like people that want to think homeopathy is real. It's very hard to talk them out of it. So I don't know that I would talk too much to them. I would just try to maybe live your life. I don't know. I don't know what I would say to that person. That seems like a real problem. All right, let's see a couple of other voicemails here. See what is on people's minds. Eric from Massachusetts called in again.
Hey, David, it's Eric from Mass again. I'm just trying to help you out so you don't look foolish. But the United States was made into a corporation under Woodrow Wilson many years ago, and on July 4th, 2020, Donald Trump dissolved that corporation. So.
What is this guy talking about? Listen, David, it was the United States was made a corporation. What?
So what's going on and what he's saying is, actually, you're right. You're right. Trump won't be the president of America as a corporation. He's brought it back as a republic like we were before. So basically, Biden is the president of nothing. So when you say reinstated, I don't know if that's the right word.
I see. Biden is the president of a corporation that no longer exists. That's pretty edgy. All right. Let's see what else has been going on. Here's an anti-crypto message. Let's listen to that.
Hi, David. I would like to know why you're sort of on board with cryptocurrency. It's been around for about 10 years, as far as I can tell, and I haven't seen one sort of compelling reason why I should use it, or why it's making the average person's life easier, or why it's more advantageous than cash or credit or Apple Pay. What I do see is that it's used for all sorts of illicit things, and it's the new thing for phishing and ransomware and all those malicious attacks.
Well, listen, most crimes that involve money are being committed with U.S. dollars, the vast, vast, vast majority. So that's kind of like just first of all. As far as you don't see why you should be involved with it, then just don't be involved with it, Now, this could be somebody who's just mad that they missed out on a 50,000% return if they had bought some Bitcoin, at the beginning. Or maybe they genuinely just don't understand it or don't want anything to do with it. I'm not trying to convince anybody to do anything. I've been upfront. I bought some Bitcoin years and years and years ago, and I held it, and now it's worth a ton more. And I sold a bunch of it, and I have no idea what's going to happen. It might end up being worth zero, but you know, I've diversified like 4% of my assets into crypto, and it's very speculative. It is essentially a form of gambling. And that's it. I mean, you know, but why is everybody so mad? I mean, just don't get any crypto then, man. Don't call me. Man, who am I? Okay. Let's listen to a couple of others. What else do we have here? I'm looking at transcripts and skipping stuff. A lot of people just give so much information about themselves as soon as they call in. Here's the Eggman calling in again with another mask rant.
Hi, Dave. Since most of us are vaccinated and the CDC says we don't need masks anymore, when you say that you'll wear one just to make other people more comfortable.
Yep. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Guys, I'm a cuck, okay? I'm wearing it just to make other people comfortable because I don't want it all over Twitter. Hey, the one person not wearing the mask in the store was David Pakman. Okay, I don't want that. I bought Bitcoin at like, please don't clip this. I bought Bitcoin at like 4,000, something like that. Okay. You know, it's like, I was just on Martha's Vineyard last week. Each of my first 3 days, someone came up to me and said, hey, David Pakman, I love your show. Picture, you know, nice people. You think if I stick my head into a store and I see everybody's wearing a mask, I want to be the only person without a mask, so that ends up on Twitter? And then it could be even, if everybody else is wearing a mask, the person could post and say, this is video from May of 2020. In the middle of it, David Pakman was the only person in the place refusing to wear. You think I want that? Come on, guys.
Is that not virtue signaling? 100%. Shalom, brother. I do love you guys, but man, stop wearing those masks because you want to make other people comfortable. You're making other people perpetuate their need to wear a mask. We don't have to wear them anymore. And I know liberals are saying, hey, wear them. I'm not going to shame you. I am the liberal that's shaming you for wearing a mask still. I know I'm horrible, but dude, stop doing this, and then more people will stop doing this. We're not getting COVID. We all got the shot. Okay? Shalom, brother. I love you guys. Don't wear a mask anymore indoors. That's silly. I love you. Bye.
All right. Shalom, Eggman. Yeah, I mean, listen, guys, it's fine. It's just the masks are slowly coming off. The grocery stores where last week 99% of people had a mask on, now it's 80%, and even a couple employees are no longer wearing masks, and they're coming off. But just don't worry about it. Just do whatever you want. And I don't want to end up on Twitter as the one person not wearing the mask. All right, everybody, just relax. It's crazy. I want to say thank you to Little Blue Doggy for subscribing via Twitch Prime. I also want to say thank you to Greater Candle for resubscribing with Twitch. New members number 13 and 14 today. If you are an Amazon Prime subscriber, you can get a free Twitch sub. Free. Just connect your Amazon Prime account to Twitch. And if you need help doing that, TDPS Kate the intern, is in the Twitch chat to help people out. I also want to say I also want to say thank you to Teresa Wainscott. Teresa Wainscott just signed up on my website, joinpacman.com, with the coupon code Felony21. That code is available to you. I would encourage you to use that code. It is not actually illegal. Felony21 saves like an ungodly amount of money off of a membership. A couple other, hold on, let me get a couple super chats. Ashkey says, David, please tell Biden to hold up. Important E3 conference is happening. Yeah, he should. How dare he? Zachary says, I meant limiting the amount of opinion a news station can use absent actual facts. No. No, I'm not for that. Okay. Press conference starting shortly. Very good. Let's look at a few other voicemails here. What do we got? Lyft driver. What else? Maybe some Spanish voicemails. Looking for something interesting. What do we have? What do we have?
Hi, David. This is Melissa from California. I have an idea. If she's an anti-vaxxer, she probably didn't even get vaccinated, so why would the key stick to her in the first place?
Oh, yeah, that's related to that weird hearing last week. Yeah, that's a fair question. That's a fair question. Let's see what else we have. Another voicemail about vaccines. There's just a lot of vaccine stuff coming in. I'm kind of getting over the vaccine stuff. Democrats, majority. Correction about the Chomsky interview. Man, a lot of really kind of pedantic stuff. Okay, let's listen to this.
Hey, David, this is Billy from Kentucky. I just wanted you to know that I appreciate you saying Trump's going to be back in office in August. It's about time that the Democrats start acknowledging it.
What?
I watch your show quite a bit. I don't think it's sarcasm. I think you really mean it. So Trump will be in August, and I'm glad that you're saying it. And I've showed it to all my Democratic friends. So thank you, sir, for doing that.
At least he's calling me sir. That's polite.
Maybe you'll play my message on air. I'm just kidding. I can't stand Trump. Hopefully you didn't hang up before you heard this. So keep doing what you're doing, brother. I love it. Keep sarcastically assaulting him.
Love it.
It's a beautiful thing to watch you do. Thanks.
All right. We stuck with it, guys, and there was a good payoff. We stuck with it until the end. That's a nice thing. Let's see what else we've got. The anti-Semitic caller, I guess now, is on an anti-lawyer rant.
David, I hate lawyers. The reason why stuff like this happens is because people are out working, because they can't spend their own money, because people are hoarders and haters. And I hate lawyers because they're the biggest fucking haters ever.
Wow. Brutal attack on the legal industry. That's interesting. And here's one more of these insights.
So what I was thinking is that we need a female Buddha. And I think it would be really great because...
Hey, this I could get behind. Female Buddha. Okay. All right. I'm listening.
I think that Western civilization is really messed up because the women are elevated to a point because they're like, you know, taking pride in ruining generations of people.
That I don't know what that means, but...
And I just feel like, you know, maybe some Southern comfort is what the United States needs and what the world needs, and like a female Buddhist. Or
wait, hold on. Female Buddhist or female Buddha? Those are two very different things.
Or just like that kind of acceptance in the world that, you know, there's a philosophy that women should be able to use in the world to where we're successful and happy.
Okay. Yep. All right. I'm checking out. I think that that's basically it, guys. From the standpoint of voicemails, I don't think I have any more for you. Let me just check one other little enclave where sometimes some voicemails hide. Oh, there are a couple more. Hold on. Let's just see. No. This is a no. I can just tell very quickly from the duration and the transcript whether it's something we want to play. Let's see. Oh, this might be interesting. Hold on.
Hey, this is Nina from Kansas City, the 33-year-old cop. You know, I got vaccinated. I think it sucks he died because they could have gave him ivermectin. You know, that's the one drug that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. We don't know anything about that yet. Yeah, we're not gonna. We don't just promote drugs on this show. Just off of a whim on a voicemail. So we're not gonna do that. And I think that basically gets us to the end. Okay, good. So that's it as far as voicemails are concerned. I appreciate that. I do want to say thank you to Alice Maravillas, who has just signed up with Prime, has been subscribed for 2 months. Also, thanks to Hopeful Flipper and the B Dizzle, all of whom just signed up via Twitch today. Also want to say thank you to Maria Britala, who just signed up on my website with the coupon code Felony21. And thanks to Nicole Tersick, who just signed up on my website, also using the coupon code Felony21. Very much appreciate that, as we are standing by for Joe Biden, just moments away. A few other super chats. Sir, if we charged people for the jab, do you think more Republicans would be less conspiratorial around it, as well as boost support of socialized health care? Love the show. Maybe. Not a reason to do it, but maybe. What is your voicemail? Why is your voicemail becoming more like therapy sessions for these people? I don't know. No, but you're onto something. Do you think if they got rid of the dark money clause in HR 1, it would pass? No, I don't think that's even close to the only thing holding it up by any means. And Mike says, David, are you worried that during the fall of 2021 and winter 22, COVID will surge among anti-vaxxers, causing the return of restrictions? Yes, I am indeed worried about that. I think that is completely possible. Absolutely and completely possible, yeah. And in fact, yeah, we're seeing the growth of variants now. The point is, among vaccinated people, it's not really making a difference. And on Wednesday, I'm going to be joined by the great Dr. Ashish Jha, or Jha. And we will talk to him about that. Ferret Queen asks, when August gets here and Trump's not in office, where do you think they'll move the goalpost? They'll have to move the goalpost into the parking lot. Yeah, but they're not going to have a choice at that point. There was one other clip I wanted to play for you guys. Yeah, check this out. This is like the worst of stereotypes about Argentinians. This is a clip of the Argentinian president, loved by many leftists. Oh, big leftist, saying that, Argentinians are really different than other Latin Americans because the Mexicans came from Indians and Brazilians just came out of the jungle. But Argentinians, we came from Europe on boats. It's so xenophobic. It's so disgusting. I'll put on auto-translated captions, but I can also kind of explain it to you. This is so gross. Oops, hold on. I wanted to get the subtitles in. Auto-translate to English. Here we go.
Me acusan de esto, pero yo la verdad es que siempre lo confieso, no voy a decir una cosa por otra. La América Latina y Argentina puntualmente somos por sobre todas las cosas americolatinistas. Creemos en América Latina y en nuestro continente y en la unidad de nuestro continente. Pero particularmente también soy un europeísta. Soy alguien que cree en Europa. Porque de Europa escribió alguna vez Octavio Paz que los mexicanos salieron de los indios.
Oh boy.
Los brasileros salieron de la selva, pero nosotros los argentinos llegamos de los barcos. Y eran barcos que venían de allí, de Europa. Y así,
This guy's disgusting and insanely corrupt.
así construimos nuestra sociedad. Y Europa ha sido, en todo tiempo, ha estado entre los principales inversores reales, no financieros, inversores para el desarrollo.
So if you weren't reading the subtitles, what he's saying is Octavio Paz. He's quoting Octavio Paz, but it's like he wouldn't be saying it if he didn't believe it. He's basically trying to ingratiate himself with the Prime Minister of Spain. By the way, many criticisms of Argentinians, myself being one, but the whole thing with the Spanish is the Spanish love to separate themselves from Latin America and say, yeah, listen, I mean, we speak Spanish like Central and South America, but we're European. So now Alberto comes in and he's trying to ingratiate himself with the Spanish prime minister. So he says, hey, us too. We're also not like these people. The Mexicans, they're Indians after all. The Brazilians, they came out of the jungle. But Argentinians, we're dignified. We came from Europe on boats and we had European invest. This is crazy. And half my family loves this guy. It is bad. It is really, really bad. All right, we're standing by for Joseph R. Biden Jr. Delayed by close to an hour, if you can imagine that. Okay, a few other super chats. Evan says, "Sir, I received my vaccine, but as an immunocompromised person, my antibody response was only 347. Masks are not just for show." That is true. Jeremiah says, if a third party had policies you liked with a viable path to public office, using something like ranked choice voting, would you vote for one? Absolutely. Locke Leviathan says, if Trump won, he is ineligible to run again, right? Not really, because you're ineligible if you serve 2 terms, I guess. So, yeah. Former chat mod says, check out David Pakman's show Glassdoor ratings. Whatever's there is fake. I've never looked at it, but I can assure you it's fake. Okay, so we are standing by for Joe Biden, scheduled for about 50 minutes ago, delayed a little bit, and we are going to hear him answer questions, something which right-wingers insist he, can't do, but he's going to do it, and he's going to do it again. Let me get set up for that. Is this in Brussels? Yes, Brussels. Brussels, absolutely one of my favorite cities in Europe. I've only been there once, but a great place. Truly a great place. And I hope to get back there soon. Maybe even as soon as this summer. Who knows? All right. Also, thank you to Korobeniki, who just subscribed with Prime and says, thanks for the videos always. I work in healthcare finance, and it makes the workday go faster. Great to hear. I appreciate that. You are new member number 21 today. And it looks like some people are getting banned, but mostly it looks like people are being nice in chat today. And we do have a helper in Twitch chat today. Our new intern, Kate, is around if you need help setting up your Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime stuff. And somebody got her a membership, and people are generally being nice, but one person did get banned, sadly. How might we realistically get to ranked choice? Oh, individual states would have to do it, and then you would have a state level ranked choice, and then that would probably point in that direction federally. Oh, Pedro also is saying that the quote that Alberto Fernandez actually read was wrong. Pedro says the accurate Pastas quote is, "Los mexicanos descienden de los aztecas," meaning the Mexicans descend from the Aztecs. "Los peruanos de los incas," meaning the Peruvians from the Inca natives. "Y los argentinos de los barcos," and Argentinians descend from boats, meaning they came over, presumably from Europe is what that means. So he's not even really representing the quote accurately, I guess, which is not a huge surprise. I mean, the guy is truly gross. Truly gross. David, do you hate leftists? No. That's a weird question. Really weird question. My belief is that this is going to be a very short speech followed by questions. There is, as you can see, the prompter is there. So if the prompter is there, it's probably because Biden will speak a little bit first. Although the right believes Biden needs the prompter just to answer questions, but I've seen no evidence of that whatsoever. I don't know how long this is expected to run. I would imagine not that long. That's my sense of it. Okay. Dapper Dave says, stop wearing plaid in June, save it for the fall. Yeah, I know this was not the right shirt for today, and it's actually super hot. So I may roll my sleeves up. And I think I'm also going to crank up the AC just a little bit. If people will allow it. Let's go down like a degree or two. There we go. Yeah, it's just a bit warm here. Okay, good. How much longer is Joe Biden's trip? I'm not sure. I think it's wrapping relatively soon. I don't expect it to go on much longer. He's been to England and Britain and the UK, and I expect that it is going to be wrapping relatively soon. Yes, Ro Khanna will be with us on the show tomorrow. That's always good if people have questions. I know there's like some drama with Ro Khanna, actually, where all of a sudden he's fallen out of favor with some people on the left. I don't even understand what he did. But if people want to send me questions, you can send them to info@davidpakman.com. Ro Khanna, Congressman Ro Khanna will be joining us tomorrow. And then Wednesday, Dr. Ashish Jha from Brown University. If you have questions about variants, vaccines, the future of the pandemic, when whoever in whatever country is going to be able to get vaccinated, anything COVID related with Dr. Ashish Jha, send it in. Send it in because I expect that to be a really good conversation. A couple other clips I wanted to play for you guys. I don't know if I have time to squeeze this in, but I did have one more clip. Alex Jones is now claiming he coordinated the attacks with help from the Trump White House. Now, can we believe Alex Jones? I don't know. But this is what he's claiming. Take a look.
Then the White House told me 3 days before, we're going to have you lead the march. The Secret Service, before Trump finishes 30 minutes before or so, will lead you to a point, take you out of the front row, and lead you to the place where they want you to start the march. And Trump will tell people, go and I'm going to meet you at the Capitol.
Now, if this is true, obviously it's outrageous. At the same time, Alex Jones is a known and persistent liar. How has he not been arrested? Is he being investigated? You know, a lot of this is really not making sense because if even a fraction of that is true, then you would think that authorities would be very much involved in figuring out what if that is true. I don't know. You tell me if we should believe it. And then, you know, when the guy gets sued, then his lawyers show up and say, oh, he plays a character on the show. He's not really saying he's playing character. It's hyperbole. It's exaggeration. It's not literally to be believed. And if what he's saying is true, you would think there would be some records, some phone records, email records, WhatsApp, whatever. You'd think there would be able to be something shown to prove that. And that's yes, people are pointing out it's the Fox News defense or the Tucker Carlson defense. That's exactly right. They've used that. Now, my promise to you, my friends, that is never an excuse you will hear from me. If I get in trouble for something I said, if it's wrong, I'll come back and issue a correction as I've done before. But you are never going to hear me say, guys, what I said on the show was just an act. That's not this show. That's not this show. All right. Godzium says via super chat, my girlfriend says hi. Well, hi to your girlfriend. Junie McGraw says, are you by any chance worried that Joe Manchin may flip to GOP, if Biden tries to pull a bully pulpit on him? So I do think it's plausible that Joe Manchin might eventually switch to being a Republican. I don't think it's Biden trying to strong-arm him or negotiate with him that is going to do it. Yeah. All right, hold on. Looks like we have an issue apparently with someone. Man, people just can't behave in chat. Just a lot of drama in chat. Really strange. Very strange stuff. Yeah. Did I see the Trump video? Yeah, I saw it. This is kind of edgy. Actually, I don't even know. There's a funny Kamala Trump mashup that I don't even know if I should play. Let me see. I think there's a dog barking outside too. All right, people want the clip. This is pretty cleverly done. I don't know how many people have seen this.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Oh man. Anyway, it's pretty freaking cleverly done. It's cleverly done. I don't know. For some reason I thought it was a Vic Berger clip to begin with, but I guess it's not. The cheering is what really makes it. Yeah, people are rightly pointing out the comedic value of the cheering. Hey, David, have you heard about the possible nuclear reactor leak in China? No, I have not. Nuclear reactor leak, China. Ooh, oh yeah. No, that seems to be a thing. Let's take a look at that. This could be a big deal. EDF examines gases built up at Chinese nuclear plant. Oh, hold on. No, I thought it was starting. French power group EDF has begun examination of a potential issue linked to a buildup of inert gases at its nuclear power station in China, though the company and its Chinese partners say the plant was operating safely. CNN reported the U.S. government spent the week assessing a report of a leak at the Taishan power plant in Guangdong province, run by a joint venture between EDF and China General Nuclear Power Group. So we don't know yet. EDF says the buildup of noble gases like krypton and xenon, which it said affected the primary circuit of reactor number 1 of the Taishan plant, was a known phenomenon studied and provided for in the reactor operating procedures. All right, so it seems we don't really know too much about it yet. But we'll keep an eye on it. Do I think Biden travel was a good idea? In what sense? You mean COVID-wise, or? I mean, I think it's been fine. He's getting along with people far better than Trump did, that's for sure. I want to say thank you to Steven Johnson. Steven just signed up on my website, joinpacman.com. And if you can imagine, didn't even use any coupon code. Used no coupon code whatsoever, just paying full price. An heroic move. That's for sure. Appreciate that, Stephen. Curtis says, David, help me settle a debate the girlfriend and I are having. Which is better in lasagna, cottage cheese or ricotta? Is that real? That can't possibly be real. Obviously, it's ricotta. Cottage cheese lasagna, guys? Is that even a thing? I'm going to look at that up. Cottage cheese lasagna. I love cottage cheese, you know. I mean, there's no question about it. Okay, I do see some recipes that use cottage cheese. It doesn't seem like my thing. Oh, it's a Midwest thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I tend to go more for the Italian style lasagnas, which are heavily ricotta based. Ricotta mozzarella, right? It's a mix. I love cottage cheese. No, I have no problem with cottage cheese. There's so many. It's fantastic, but not a lasagna. Not a lasagna. Maria says, new member here. Hi, David. Do you like the band Pussifer? I couldn't tell you one song by that band. I really couldn't. Curtis says, dude, it is, and it sounds disgusting. She seems to love it. Using your response as supporting evidence. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, cottage cheese is great for so many different things. Cottage cheese with berries and a little bit of honey on top. That's a great thing. Cottage cheese, even cottage cheese on toast. There's so many uses for cottage cheese, but lasagna is not where I would think of to start dumping in cottage cheese. It's just not. But I am a total food libertarian. People should do whatever they want. If you want banana with green peas and balsamic on it, I don't care. Go ahead and have it. Just don't force me to eat it. That's all I'm saying. Hey, David, do you think we're seeing the dying embers of Trumpism? With Lindell, Jones, Giuliani, and without his social media, it will just die out. It doesn't appear to be. It doesn't appear to be, and that's a really scary thing. They seem to be, the Trumpians seem to be almost completely in control of the of the Republican Party at this point in time. Do I think 9/11 was a controlled demolition? No. No, I do not think that. I do not think that. Am I being clear enough that I don't think that, guys? I hope I am. David, you should check him out. Do you like Tool? Same singer. No, I'm not a Tool guy. Not a fan of Tool. Not a fan of, not a fan of really that type of music. Not a Nine Inch Nails guy. Not a Marilyn Manson guy. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not my thing. This is just opinion. I'm not saying anybody's wrong who likes it. I'm just saying it's not my thing. That's all. It's no big deal. All right, it looks like we are getting very close to this press conference now, more than a full hour late, if you can imagine that. Probably only another hour until Joe Biden shows up. Very strange. Very, very strange. David, do you the band? Why? I can't even parse that, guys. I'm sorry. Maria says it's okay. We all have flaws. Yeah, I'm not a fan of like super heavy metal. I'm not a fan of country. I'm not a fan of bluegrass. I'm not a fan of deathcore. I'm not a fan of black metal. But other than that, I'm a fan of a number of different things. Here's a guy on the stage. That's a sign of something. The camera is getting a little bit of a wobble, which I don't even know what it's a sign of. People seem very ready for Joe Biden. Also, children's music I just love. Just kidding. I really can't stand it. Rhythm and blues. Sure. I'm not a fan of, what's the Juggalo band? The Clown Posse? Not a fan of that. Yeah, I consider that similar to, I don't know. I don't even know what genre that's considered to be. Alex says, my mother is a German foreigner and uses cottage cheese in lasagna. The only way I had it growing up. Wow, well, consider me informed now. If people think it's a good idea, I'm not against trying it maybe at some point in the future, but it's not super, super high on my list. My big thing is the no-bake lasagna noodles. The last thing, the no-boil lasagna noodles. If you want to make a nice lasagna, and then first you've got to boil water and cook the noodles before you can even put it in the oven, I'm out, guys. That's just too much work. So I love the no-boil lasagna noodles. That's a big piece of advice. Nathan says, sir, do you like things? I like things. Things are life. Thank you, sir. Yeah, Nathan, that's a good summary of recent Super Chats. David, have you seen Kevin Paffrath is running for governor of California? I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts on his platform. Yeah, I was on the Kevin Paffrath show not long ago, and I heard he's running. I don't know too much about it. And, I'm not going to pay too much attention to candidates in California until we know for sure that there's going to be a recall. It just seems like a weird thing to focus too much on. We covered that one Caitlyn Jenner interview because it was such a train wreck. But that's probably it. Ferret Queen says, hey, David, can you please say hi to my soon-to-be husband? He's home with food poisoning and another fan of yours. Wow, sorry to hear that, Ferret King. And feel better. Tara says, what kind of music do you like, David? Like I said, almost anything outside of what I mentioned. I like alternative. I like classic rock. I like R&B. I like pop. I like classical. I like Andean music. I like Argentinian reggae. I like Argentinian ska. I like, so many different things. Pussifer is electronic music, no rock. Okay, all right, that's fine. Peruvian flute music, Ethiopian jazz. I'm just not super familiar with some of those. Soda Stereo is a great band. Yep, absolutely. Have you heard of the artist Aries? I have not. Do you like Bad Bunny? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm into the Latin trap genre. And I hope I'm right in saying Bad Bunny is Latin trap. I'm not super familiar with Bad Bunny's discography. I'm familiar with a few songs. Some of them are all right. Yeah, but I'm not against it. There's a lot of good Latin trap artists. I know people like Anthony Fantano. Can people tell me, is Anthony Fantano against Latin trap? Does he consider it a lower form of music? Anybody know? Nobody knows. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. David, I'm 21. How do I figure out what I want to do with my life? Every career I choose has me going to college and in STEM. Thank you. Well, if that's interesting to you, then pursue that. What I would say is don't worry too much about figuring out exactly what you want to be doing long term at 21. It's the time to try different things. You have plenty of time. You could spend the next 10 years trying stuff that doesn't work, and by the time you're 31, you'll know more about what doesn't work for you than most people ever will. And then you're still only 31. That's the great thing. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just try things. If something seems interesting, try it. Curtis says he's against anything that's good. Who's he? Fantano? Yeah, I would try to limit the amount of debt you go into in order to try things. That's a good point, I think, from the chat. That's a good point from the chat, definitely. If you can avoid debt or significant debt, that's I would prioritize that. Okay, so Joe Biden is now 70 minutes late. We don't know why. It's very strange. It's sort of disrespectful. Certainly to you fine folks. I have nowhere to go, but to you fine folks, it does seem to be sort of disrespectful. What's an example of Argentinian ska? Oh, all right, I'll pull up a little Argentinian ska for you guys. Let's see, Argentinian ska. It's a good example. Give you a little Argentinian ska here. Yeah, here's a little something. This is a great band. I think I even actually saw these guys live once. This is a band called Fabulosos Cadillacs. You don't want to mess with this guy, I'm telling you. All right, this is kind of weird, but let's skip ahead. And if we could just like get into the music, it would be much better. In a few minutes, it should start. Yeah, I've definitely seen these guys live. These guys have some great shows. This is ska, right?
El león está escondido en el callejón y sabe bien lo que le va a pasar. Entonces saca su revólver y va a disparar. La policía lo rodea sin tregua. Lo buscan por ajuste de cuentas y es el sargento que sin vacilar abre fuego y le da. Lo curioso es que antes de morir el león se...
Okay, anyway, so that's a band I like. I saw them live once when I was in Argentina. It was pretty awesome. Okay, I want to say thank you to other people who are sending me messages David, have you heard of the Aussie band King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard? They are psych rock. No, I have not. Scott says, can't wait to see how Doc Fauci is responsible for a Chinese nuclear meltdown. Are you gifted with rhythm and movement on the dance floor? Of course. Juggalos are sweet, decent people despite their goofy aesthetic and need of a shower. Plus, the ICP are quite brilliant businessmen. I just said I don't like the music. I have no issue with anybody. Susan says, Toronto loves you with a really strong $100 Canadian super chat. Thanks, Susan. Appreciate that. Ryan says, sorry to hear you're not a juggalo. MCL anyway, DP. David, lab leak coverage has been driving me bonkers. What percentage sure are you that there's nothing to it? Support an investigation? Sorry to harp on it. Guys, at this point, I have 10 clips about the lab leak stuff. I am fine investigating anything people want to investigate. But my point has been, until we have evidence that the most likely explanation is something other than what we currently believe it to be, we should not, I'm just rolling up my sleeves, we should not go out there and say it probably came from the lab until we actually have a reason to believe that. Investigate whatever you want. Investigate whatever you want. Netanyahu is the lead story on today's podcast. So if you want to hear me talk about Netanyahu out, which is great news, it is in the first segment of today's podcast, and I encourage you to check that out. Download it. It'll be out in about 90 minutes. So that's something very, very exciting for a lot of people, certainly. Let's see. You know, I'm seeing some people not really behaving too well in Twitch chat and even sending some hostilities to our intern, Kate, who's in the chat. You know, so many people on Twitch they know they have Amazon Prime and they want to sign up via Twitch Prime and they just don't know how to do it. So our intern, Kate, is in the chat as TDPS Kate, helping people to sign up. And a couple people already got banned for attacking her. It's bizarre. But just remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you can take $5 from Bezos and send them to us. It's free. It costs nothing. And if you don't know how to do it, Kate can help. Okay? Jeez. Just like vicious attacks. Brutal. Yeah, we've been dropping ban hammers pretty aggressively. By the way, thank you to JSO Bro for the Twitch sub, number 23 today. Also, thanks to MaxiPad, new member number 24 today. Strong. Also, thank you to Superman, XI Superman IX. I don't know how that's supposed to be pronounced, but I appreciate that. Biden is still talking to Turkish President Erdogan, says Stefan Toscher. Do we know that? Or is that just what you were saying? Do we actually know that for a fact? Doesn't seem that we do. Okay. Very weird. I can't tell if that's like a serious comment or not. Let's see if I look on Twitter. Let's see if on my tweet feed anyone is addressing that. Biden, let's see here. I'm not seeing anything about that. Rudy's tweeting about Flag Day. Okay. No, I'm not seeing anything about that. A lot of tweets about Bitcoin. What's going on with Bitcoin price? Did something happen? It's back above 40K. Oh, that's interesting. 1 week, 1 month. So it's back above 40 for the first time, I guess, in about 2 weeks. Not the most exciting thing, really. But, all right. Something to keep an eye on. Was in the German news a couple of minutes ago. All right. Godric says, David, can you help me with my homework? Solve for x. 1/2 plus x equals 3. All right, let's see if I can figure that out. Take a look at this. 1/2 plus x equals 3. So we want to isolate x. In order to do that, we subtract 1/2 from both sides. Half plus x minus 1/2, that's just x. 3 minus 1/2, hold on, 3 minus 1/2. 3 minus 1/2, carry, cosine, 3 minus 1/2. I think that's x equals 11d. All right, guys? See how quickly I did that? Fantano isn't against Latin trap. He doesn't dislike any particular genre. He judges artists and albums on a case-by-case basis. Beautiful. I like that. That's the right approach, I would say. I want to say thank you to the Vander Hell, as well as Ross the Boss 109 for subscribing with Twitch Prime. New members 26 and 27 today. Very much appreciate that. Oh, you know what? It actually does seem like there's a major delay with Biden. Is it true that this could be another 90 minutes? Take a look at that. Biden, Erdogan. Oh, wow, it really may be. Huh. Yeah, looks like it's going to be over an hour. Wow, okay. In that case, let's just reset. Because, I have to start working on tomorrow's show or there will be no show. I think what we'll do is we'll pause this stream and then I'll just reset and cut. It looks like it's going to be a while. Yeah. People are agreeing with me. Okay, yeah. So let's just pause this stream here, good sirs, and then we'll just get reset back up for when this thing is actually going to start. All right. It's going to be a while. And at some point I actually do have a job, which is crazy. And it's not even really this. So, it's, the broadcast show and all of that stuff. So we'll be back. I'll miss everybody. And then we'll get reset back up. Very embarrassingly late today.